Okay, David, what you got for us this week?
Well, when I was thinking about what to talk about, I thought about the last 2 years I've been doing this, and pretty much I've always had like do's, like do this and do that, but I didn't have many don'ts. And I thought, I could take my own advice and look at things from both sides, and talk about some don'ts, like things you just really should not do in the home studio or at all. And the biggest don't is something I learned the very first day of electronic school, and it was basically how to not get electrocuted. And what they taught us, this is important in home recording, what they taught us is if you're going to be messing around with some wires that you think you might get a shock from, you put one of your hands in your pocket. And
I never heard of
that was the first minute of the first class of the first day of electronic school. And I looked it up on the web because what I had actually remembered about, why to do that and stuff wasn't true, so I did some more research on it. The reason that they teach engineers, electrical engineers, to put their hand in their pocket is because if you touch something else with your other bare hand, then the electricity can flow through you from one hand through the other and electrocute you. But
Okay,
yeah,
stop right there. What if you need both hands? You're soldering, or you're using a little
no,
screw,
you don't
tiny
solder.
screw.
You don't solder like really high-powered lines. But if you check,
I'm
and
not
that's
talking
when you
about
check
those
it.
lines from. Are you talking about those lines outside on the poles,
No,
or
I'm talking
something in
about
the
just
back of your
electrical
computer?
lines.
Oh, okay.
Electrical lines in the power in the wall.
Okay.
Just AC
Oh,
power,
I
AC
see.
power.
I see.
You're sticking your hand inside your computer and you're not sure that your friend actually turned the breaker off.
I was going to say,
That's,
I got a better one. Turn the breaker off.
Yeah, but I've seen it happen where people thought the breaker off and it was off and it wasn't. The reason they tell you to put your hand inside of your pocket, the reason they tell you to put your hands inside of your pocket is because if you touch your hand against one electrical thing and your other hand against another, it could give the electricity a way to go to come
Sure.
in through your hand and complete a circuit.
So you're the conduit.
Yeah, you're like the circuit. You're like the circuit. And by the way, I read up on getting electrocuted by jump starting your car because I've always wondered about that. But what happens is when you stick your hand in your pocket and you stick your other hand maybe in where it shouldn't be, the back of a TV set or something, usually what happens is you're not really grounded because one of the places electricity can go is into the ground. But if you're wearing sneakers or rubber shoes or something like that, you're not grounded.
Mm.
And it's the same as a bird that lands on these really high-powered wires. The reason it doesn't get electrocuted is because both of the legs are on the same wire, so there's really nowhere for the electricity to go. But a really quick explanation of electricity is like a garden hose. Water pressure is like voltage, and how much water flows per second is like current, and how much the hose will allow to go through per second is resistance. So the electrical socket in the wall is like a hose in your yard that's shut off. There's water pressure there, but the water's not going anywhere. And that's like the way electricity in the wall works.
Mm.
It's electrical pressure there, but it doesn't go anywhere unless it has somewhere to go. So if you stick your finger in the wall and you're not connected to anything, you won't get electrocuted. And if you have good shoes on, it'll reduce the amount of voltage that goes through you.
Now
Yeah.
I just thought that, and tell me if I'm right. The reason that electricity goes through human beings is because we're 72% water.
Yeah,
No, that's not true.
No?
I've read up
we
on
are,
all of
we
this.
are
I read
water.
up on all
That
of
is
this.
true about the amount of water.
By
we
the
are.
way, you can't get electrocuted from a car battery. But no, water is actually one of the worst conductors there is.
Really?
If you were in pure water and you stuck your fingers against electrical socket, nothing would happen to you. I looked it up. I read all up on this.
Okay,
It's
so
the metal
if that
that's inside the water.
If
I'm
I
not
say
going to be
that,
dropping, any. I'm not
If-
going to be
if
dropping.
I
say
toaster or
that and I
anything
get
with that
zapped,
though.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, well, Dave said,
I read up on it.
he
I'll
read
be-
up on it,
I'll
and
be
it's
in
on the
the
internet.
hospital,
Dave
Yeah.
said,
Water is actually a really good insulator. It doesn't
Really?
conduct. If you have pure water, it doesn't conduct well. But it's the metals inside of the water that conduct well.
Copper.
Whatever metals are inside there. I read
so
up
so
on
the
it.
scene in Dr. No where James Bond threw the heating unit in the tub with the bad guy
If
in
it was absolutely 100% HTO, they would not have gotten electrocuted. I read up on it. I
Well,
really
you
did.
can't
I read
trust
up on
these
this.
movies
I don't
to
know.
tell
Have
you
you
anything,
done any
teach you
empirical
anything.
testing? I think you need to go back and test some things over the week, various submerging things in water with you, and let me know how it goes.
No, look at. I'll send you some links. I'll send you some links. But here's my point. Two
Okay.
reasons you should have your hand in your pocket. Okay, you're sticking your hand in the back of a TV, and you just want to see if there's going to be a spark or something. By the way, I would never put it in the back of a TV.
They
That's
tell
the
you
worst.
if you read the back of the
That's
TV,
the
if
worst.
there's nothing usable, consumer usable, do not go
Okay,
in
I'm
here.
sticking my hand inside my computer or something. Just my point is, stick your freaking other hand in your pocket, and if you have a decent pair of shoes on, you won't really get electrocuted very bad at all. If probably not at all. But if you have two hands and you're sticking both of them where they shouldn't be, then you're making direct contact.
Usually I
It'll
get
kill
slapped.
you. It could
I was
kill
going
you.
to say, that's a lesson for life, Dave.
It could kill you.
That's it. I get slapped usually.
Actually, it takes 1 milliamp for you to feel electricity. It takes 10 to 20 milliamps for you to get where you can't pull away,
Yes.
where you touch it and you can't pull away, and it
Yes.
takes 100 to 300 milliamps to kill you. So put your spare hand in your
Okay.
Is there
Okay.
something
Wear some
else?
shoes.
Why is it?
Is there anything else? I mean, like, are there types of gloves you can wear? I mean, if you're doing.
Yeah, they
is there
have
something
stuff
else?
like plastic. We used to call them sissy pliers because they made pliers out of plastic.
Mhm.
And like people would grab, these plastic pliers, wires with plastic pliers, because it doesn't conduct electricity. Because I've done it with real pliers where I got shocked really bad.
Okay, now
We call them sissy pliers.
when they execute someone in the electric chair, why do they put water under their heads?
It's not pure water. It's
Oh,
not 100% HCO. It's got
What is
metals
it?
in it. It's got
Oh,
metals in it.
okay.
But if you were to take absolutely pure water, it's a very, very poor conductor. But I would be really careful because water is a great conductor. I actually know of a story that there was a girl who got killed a couple of years ago at a hotel because she had come up from the pool and she was wet and she stuck her key in the door and there was some kind of shock and she got killed because
Really?
yeah.
That sounds like an urban myth.
No, that's not an urban myth. I looked it up too. There was a short somehow in the door, but the fact was that she had water and she was
Don't
wet.
believe
With a
everything
key-
you read
with a
on the
key
net.
card? With a key
With
card?
with an electrical key.
Yeah, the key cards. Just
Yeah.
I mean, there are millions of idiots in this country that believe our president is not a United States citizen, and it's because they say, I read it on the net.
Yeah.
That he was born in a manger in Kenya.
No, I'm really careful about looking stuff up before I
Alright.
come in here.
Okay, I know you are.
Because listeners
I know.
correct me all the time,
I know you are.
so I'm really careful. But
Well,
yeah,
I'm interested now to see what comments you're going to get over the week.
Okay.
About the
but keep one hand in your pocket, and you probably won't get electrocuted
What's that
if you
song?
have good
Keep
shoes
one hand
on.
in your pocket and the other one. Oh God, what is that? Who is that?
Oh, that's
song?
Alanis Morissette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
just
hand.
think
That's a
of,
song. One hand in my
just think
pocket.
of Alanis Morissette.
There you go. Just keep going.
I don't know that song.
Alanis
Yeah,
Morissette
were you
will
in the
not.
music business?
Yeah.
That's one of her biggest songs. So just remember, Alanis Morissette will never get electrocuted.
Exactly.
Because she's got one hand in her pocket.
Make some T-shirts.
Okay. Website, email info.
MySpace.com/recording lessons, or you could email me at recordinglessons@myspace.com.
As always,
Yeah.
a very interesting conversation and tips. I never knew that, but I will keep that in mind. Thank
Yeah.
you. Especially with all of my strips and the electricity and
Yeah.
the wires running around in my studio.
Stick one hand in your pocket, and then and keep some good shoes
That's
on.
why I put my drinks and tell people when they come to my studio, put the drinks on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you don't want to bring a console either.
What? I've seen people put drinks up on the
No, I'm
console.
saying you don't want
I
to
saw a
ruin
bottle
the
of
console
wine.
by knocking them over.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw a bottle of wine spill on a big mixing board, and the whole thing
Uh-huh.
started blinking like a Christmas tree.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. Okay.